Hello everybody, Solution9 here, welcome. And today we're doing the first episode of games I've recently bought. So, I'm planning on doing this every couple of months. So let's go and let's get started. First we're going to get started with the Genesis titles. Well, some of the Genesis titles. And most of these games I've pretty much played all of them. Alright, Eternal Champions. Literally a crappy, shitty fighting game. Literally just a really shitty fighting game. Not my favorite kind of fighting game. Just, eh. Zoop. Another crappy, shitty puzzle game. It's not as good as Columns or any other kind of puzzle game. And most of these games I got are like really cheap. Like Eternal Champions was what, like $6. This game was like $3.45. Next one, not a crappy game. Virtual Pinball. This one was like, what, $6? Love this game. This game is amazing. This is such an amazing game. I recommend this, like, for anybody to pick up. Alright. One of the launch titles. Tommy Lasorda Baseball. It sucks that he just recently passed away when I first played this game. I actually literally first tried this, like, a couple of weeks ago. And soon found out he passed, but, you know, not everybody lives forever. This is actually not a bad baseball game. The AI in it is hard as I don't know what, but it's actually a fantastic game. Alright, Monopoly! I love Monopoly. I love the board game and the virtual game of it. I spent countless hours playing this already, and, man, I absolutely enjoy it. Huge Monopoly fan. We recently found out that John Madden died and passed on, but Madden 97. I'm a huge fan of the original Madden series, 94, 95, 96, 97. I'm a huge fan of those games. Alright. For PlayStation, SpongeBob SquarePants Super Sponge. This is actually an okay platformer. This is actually not bad. And most of these PS1 games I got were really cheap. Like this one was, what, $15? Pretty cheap PS1 game. It's fully complete. It's actually a really great game. Nice little 2D platformer. Really, really good game. I'm a huge wrestling fan. WWE SmackDown. Huge fan of this. $12 for this game. Huge fan of wrestling. And this is no different, a fantastic game. I recommend picking this up if you're just a multiplayer fan or love wrestling. A-Star Racing 2. It's an okay racer. Only paid $4 for it, but it's an okay racer. Not the greatest racer. And the bad thing is it's only a single player game. Alright, so I'm a huge fan of billiards. Love playing the billiards video games. I first got started playing billiards off of Super Monkey Ball 2. And loved it ever since. So, Jimmy White Cue Ball. A $3 game. Is this worth it? Yeah, definitely worth it. I've only played it a couple of times and it's okay. Good thing I had these both last. I am a big-time NASCAR fan. Huge NASCAR fan. And too bad my favorite race car driver has been dead since 2001. But that is Dale Earnhardt. We have NASCAR 98 and NASCAR 99, the Legacy Edition. I'm a huge fan of NASCAR. Love these games. And these games are what? Like $6, $7 a piece? Pretty cheap games. Alright, got 2 Xbox games for y'all. First one being Unreal Championship. This is a first-person shooter on the original Xbox. Fantastic shooter. I absolutely enjoy this game. I've played it before plenty of times. Unfortunately, I don't have an original Xbox system. I had a 360, but, you know, I've played this so many times. It's just such a great shooter. And this is what really developed into... I'm trying to think of the name. Time Splitters. There you go. And the next one, I'm another huge wrestling fan. This is probably my most favorite one out of any of them. And that is WWE Raw 2. I'm a huge fan of this game. This is a fantastic wrestling game. Great story, great cast of characters, great match types. Everything is so fantastic about this. And it is kind of difficult. Alright, so we got some more Genesis games for you. Save that one last. I love hockey. NHL 96, and it is fully complete. Has the cartridge and the booklet for $8. That's cheap. The next one is Tecmo Super Bowl. I paid $12 for this. It just comes with the cartridge in the case. This is up to 2 players, but this is just a fantastic game. I'm a huge fan of Tecmo Bowl. I'm a huge fan of the series, and just a great game. Alright, this next one is one of my personal favorites on the Genesis. I really wish I had a Master System instead, but that's another story for another day. Yes, I love Metroid, as people don't know. Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm a huge fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. Huge fan. Man, Metroid playing really loud this today. But I'm a huge fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. I've only beaten this game once by cheating it. This game is actually difficult. But it's a really, really great game. I'm a huge fan of it, and I love it. Alright, some PS3 games. Grand Theft Auto 4. I'm a huge Grand Theft Auto 4 fan. I love Grand Theft Auto. I just like going around just doing stupid stuff. I don't really care about playing the missions. But, fantastic game. Probably my favorite game on the system. Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. This is probably my most favorite PS3 game. I played this back in 2012 and just loved it. I thought this was literally the greatest game ever created. Without a doubt. Next one. This is probably my second most favorite game on the PS3. That is The Last of Us. I have beaten this game one time. Man, this is such a good game. If you want to talk about how Sony took everything they had out of the PS3, you're looking at it right here. I'm a huge fan of racing games. Gran Turismo 5. This is probably my favorite Gran Turismo. I'm literally trying to find Gran Turismo 1 and 2 without actually having to buy it online. I'm a huge fan of God of War. And, man, I love this one completely. God of War 3. I just recently beat this game, and, man, this is a fantastic game. Huge fan of the franchise. Alright, the prequel to Uncharted 2, Uncharted Drake's Fortune. This is a fantastic game. I just recently beat this again, and absolutely love this game. Fantastic game. I'm a huge fan of South Park. Just beat this too. South Park: The Stick of Truth. I've beaten it originally on the 360, and now I have completed it and beaten it on the PS3, and will never look back. This is a fantastic RPG. Again, I'm a huge fan of wrestling games. This is probably on the modern era consoles like the Wii, 360, and PS3. SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. This is probably my favorite out of the whole franchise of the SmackDown vs. Raw series, and this is a fantastic game. I love the story mode. I love the cast of characters, the different match types. Fantastic game. Again, racing games. These are just random little games on here. But F1 2012. I don't really have much to say about this. It's just not a game for me. Call of Duty Ghost. I'm not a huge fan of the Call of Duty story. It's just more or less the multiplayer zombies. And last one, Little League Series 2010. I'm not a huge fan of this. I'm a huge fan of the old-fashioned baseball games. And I have one more thing to show you. I just have to box it back up correctly. And I recently picked this up. By Retrobit Gen X. Yes, this is a console that can play NES and Genesis games. It also has a switch on the back of it where it can switch between North American and Japanese games. I think that is literally just for the Genesis. I don't think that's literally for the Famicom. I'm pretty sure. But I don't have any NES games, but I do plan on getting some. And I love this console. This is a fantastic system. I would definitely recommend picking it up. So, that's everything to show off today. Check me back out in the next month or two. And thanks, everybody.